It's time to suspend your disbelief once again. This is Sarah Bellite bringing you into the world of Paper Sorcerer. I decided I could probably survive running two series simultaneously, so this is not going to affect the uploads of In Stars in Time. But I've just been wanting to play this game and thought having a second series might actually give me more forced variety of games to play through. Honestly, recording has massively helped me regain my love of video games. I just hope this game records properly. This is just a simple little, pretty much test episode. So I hope you all enjoy. Oh yeah, the drink I have today is a little red Kool-Aid. I love Kool-Aid. Okay. 1980s. I'm just gonna go with the normal. Okay. So I know almost nothing about this game except it's also in pretty much black and white. Once there was a sorcerer who lived in a tower with an apprentice. The sorcerer terrorized the land with evil minions until one day they roamed no more. At night, however, lights could still be seen burning in the windows of the dark tower. The king saw this, and this was his chance to attack the sorcerer directly. He gathered 4 loyal and highly skilled subjects, entrusting them with powerful artifacts. An artifact that would seal away the sorcerer, ending his reign of terror once and for all. On the way, the group traversed dark caves, poisonous marshes, and ancient ruins. They climbed the dark tower floor by floor, beset by evil minions at every step. Once they reached the top, they confronted the sorcerer and activated the artifact. In a blinding flash, the sorcerer. However, this is just the beginning of our tale. Sorry, I couldn't read that fast enough. This game's called Paper Sorcerer. You awaken with a start and reflexively trying to cast a spell that dies in your throat when you see your surrounding. The last thing you remember was fighting 4 of the king's lapdogs. Oh, we get to play the evil sorcerer, hell yay. Banan the warrior. Research the ranger. Akimi the mage. And Yaran the priest. They had a book that glowed with a fearsome light. You aren't the type to be easily scared, but as you looked into that light, you felt truly terrified, like you never have before. But all of your arms, legs, fingers, and senses intact, so things could always be worse. In checking to make sure you are intact, you confirm you are a woman. The first thing you figure you should do is find out where you are. Wants to move, look about with the mouse, click things to interact with them. Ooh, I'm already liking the art style of this. To advance dialogue, the spacebar, click the next button. To open the menu, press M or escape. In the upper right corner, an option to search will occasionally appear. Press the spacebar to search the area. This can give you additional details about a room and sometimes reveal secrets. Helly. You feel some kind of subtle force in this room. It's making it difficult to concentrate, and your head feels fuzzy. You can slowly feel your magic seeping away, along with your will to stand, escape, or do anything that doesn't involve laying down. Whatever kind of magic this is, it is truly insidious. You feel yourself nodding off already. You should probably lie down before you hurt yourself. Even though you've only been conscious for a short amount of time, you feel extremely tired. Do you rest for a bit? Probably shouldn't, but there's nothing else to do. Doesn't take long before you feel yourself slipping into a deep sleep. Right before you slumber, however, you have a distinct impression you're being watched. You have a dream where you're talking with some friends you had when you were younger, but the room you're talking in is unfamiliar, with plain stone walls and a table with several bags on it. When you open the bag at the center, a snake jumps out and slithers out of the room. You awaken, there's a mouse sitting on the end of your bed staring at you. You're an interesting one. A sorcerer. That's some dark magic. Binding souls and culling them when needed. That can be a dangerous power. Dangerous, but useful. What do you want? I've been waiting for someone like you. I would like to escape, and I think you can help me. Right now, you've been sealed inside a prison of sorts. The king has been trapping threats to the kingdom here for decades. I think I know a way to escape, but I can't do it alone, and a sorcerer like you is what I need. If you'd be willing to help me, I would be able to ensure we both get out of here. Alright, I'll help you. No other options. Excellent. The first thing you need to do is get out of this cell block. Suddenly, a burst of intense magic fills the room. The impressive force that was draining your magic is gone, as is the mouse. You hear a whispery voice in your mind. I will find you again soon. Oh, this looks cool. Kinda hurts my eyes a little bit. Oh no. You can feel some of your power returning. You may summon one of your former thralls to aid you in your escape. Choose wisely. They will function as your party for the rest of your adventure here. Ooh. Werewolf, fast, unarmed attacker. Minotaur, powerful berserker. Skeleton, star-warded offender. Vampire, life-draining healer. Ghost, bolsters the party and cripples the enemy. Imp, a mix of magical attacks and effects. Goblin, sneaky thief. Cultist, defensive healer. Witch, powerful healing and curses. Troll, deadly assassin. Shadow, unpredictable but powerful magical attacks. Abomination, defends the party from magical attacks. I like my magics, but I'm already the magic user. I'm not good at party management. I'll go Shadow. The Shadow, an unpredictable ally from another plane. It uses shadow magic to blast your foes. Shadow is based around dealing large amounts of damage, while damage range is very wide. Many of the Shadow's abilities cause extremely high amounts of damage. Example skills: Shadow Backslash, attack using the target's own offensive ability against him. Shadow Blaze causes a varying amount of fire damage. Can equip 2 accessories. Oh, I can go through all of them. Okay, so I'm gonna go through all of them. Abomination. The Abomination, a flesh golem in the service of his master, defends the party from enemy magic. The Abomination is a defensive character focusing particularly on dealing with enemy mages. He has a variety of abilities that deal with removing enemy enchantments as well as some minor healing ability. Example skills: Dispel enemy, remove all status effects from the enemy party. Arcane Backslash, deals bonus damage based on the target's magic stat. Can equip warhammers, light, medium, and heavy armor, a shield, and 1 accessory. No. Werewolf, fast, unarmed attacker. Werewolf, also known as the Scourge, a fast and brutal warrior who fights without weapons and lightly armored. Using savage hand-to-hand strikes to take down foes and beneficial howls to bolster the party. The werewolf is a balanced character that can fit well with any party composition. Example skills: Hurricane Claw, a physical attack that hits all enemies. Low cooldown time and generates energy, but has a chance to miss. Blood Moon Howl temporarily raises the party's strength. Costs 1 energy. Can equip light armor and 2 accessories. Minotaur, powerful berserker. Minotaur, a savage berserker, uses brute force to cause severe damage to enemy ranks. The Minotaur is among the most damaging characters available thanks to powerful axes and the fastest strength growth in the game. Additionally, they can only wear light armor. He boasts some of the highest HP growth as well. Wild Swing causes increased melee damage to all enemies. Rending Strike, severe damage to an enemy's defense. Can equip axes, light armor, and one accessory. Skeleton, a Star Warrior, keeps the focus of the enemy through challenges, while using defensive skills to keep himself and the party alive. Thanks to heavy armor and an assortment of defensive skills, the skeleton excels at protecting the most fragile members of the party. Example of skills. Challenge. Causes the enemy to focus their attacks on the user while passively raising his defenses. Reform. Passively regenerate some HP each round. Can equip longswords, light and medium and heavy armor, so just all armor, a shield, and one accessory. That'd be a fairly decent defender. Oof, they're all... The way that it is phrased, they all sound like good choices so far. A vampire, the prince of darkness. Using dark magic, he drains the life from your foes and redistributes it to the party. Vampire could be thought of more as an offensive-minded healer. He sacrifices his own HP to heal the party, relying on his draining abilities to keep himself alive. Additionally, he has an assortment of damage and control spells to keep things interesting. Example skills: Life Drain. Steal HP from one target. Dark Sacrifice. Sacrifice a percentage of your own HP to heal an ally. Has no cooldown or energy cost. Can equip great swords, light and medium armor, and one accessory. Ghost. The Ghost, a terrifying specter from beyond the grave. Uses dirges to weaken the enemy and songs to bolster the party. The Ghost specialty is status effects. While not directly damaging, the Ghost skills can still be devastating to the enemy party, in addition to having some of the strongest buffs in the game. Example skills: Chains of the Dead, paralyze the enemy party. Dirge of Frailty, lowers the enemy's resistance to physical attacks. Can equip chains and two accessories. The Imp, a tricky demon, has an eclectic variety of skills that can focus on illusion and misdirection. The Imp is a sort of jack-of-all-trades kind of character. He has some powerful status spells like Sleep and Charm, as well as some defensive abilities such as Invisibility and Reflection. Additionally, he has some damage over time spells to round things out. Example skills: Nightmare, arcane damage over time, and an extra damaging burst when the spell expires. Sleep, attempt to put the enemy party to sleep. Can equip robes and two accessories. Goblin, a sneaky thief. Steal from your enemies while crippling them with a variety of bombs. The Goblin can cause some nasty status effects to the enemy party, as well as a small assortment of hard-hitting melee attacks. He's the only character that can attempt to pick locks outside of Well, that just made it a single choice. I gotta choose the Goblin. Pick locks. And thief. I'll just name them Siffrin. Example skills: Smoke Bomb, bind the enemy party. Lucky Hit, a powerful attack that pierces enemy defense, but only hits 50% of the time. Can equip daggers, light armor, and one accessory. Now I'm going to read the rest. Cultist, an evil cleric sworn to aid you in your cause. He keeps the party alive through healing and defensive wards. Thanks to decent armor and an assortment of buffs, the Cultist is the most defensive of the available healers. But still not without a few damaging skills. He is a solid defensive character who would be useful in any party composition. Example skills: Divine Power raises the party's strength, defensive strike, and attack the enemy and restore some of your defense. You can equip maces, light and medium armor, a shield, and one accessory. No. Witch. The Witch, a mistress of the forest. She has both powerful healing as well as an assortment of dark curses. The witch has some of the most powerful healing skills of the game, but lower HP and poor armor choices than the other healers. She also has a powerful debuff and damaging overtime abilities as well. Example skills: Blood Pact, heal the party based on your maximum energy. Oh, that's an interesting choice. So the more max energy I have, the more it heals. That can be broken, especially with how I built in games. Witch Fire, burns an enemy over time with arcane fire. Can equip staffs, light armor, and one accessory. No. Troll, a bloodthirsty assassin. He's been specially trained to tear your enemies to pieces. The troll is focused on dealing as much damage as possible, as fast as possible. He has a variety of hard-hitting attacks as well as a few damage over time abilities. Example skills: Massacre, deal damage based on how much energy you have. Poison Fist, poison the enemy, causing damage over time. Can equip guitars, light armor, and one accessory. No. Alright, well. Lockpicking is just too useful. He's the only character who can attempt to pick locks outside of combat. Yeah. Goblin has been summoned. Use him well. As you pass through the doorway, you see a single guard barreling down the hallway towards you. Hey, you, how'd you get out of your cell? Hail the guard. In the nicest tone possible, call out to him. The door kind of just opened itself. In response, the guard brandishes his mace and continues his charge. You can tell by the look on his face. He's the kind of man who's got something to prove. Combat is turn-based. Select the option you want with the mouse. Right-click to back out of any menu. Spacebar can be used to quickly select basic attack. Energy is used when performing skills and regenerates at a rate of 1 per round. Energy is not used in combat, can be used outside of battle for healing skills and the like. To do this, go to the skill section of the menu. The small dice next to each skill, and the menu shows how many turns the skill takes to recharge. So, same recharge mechanic as the previous game. For example, 3 means the skill takes 3 turns to recharge. To see the message again, go to the info section. Alright. That is some music choice. I'm gonna turn down the volume in my headphones. Alright. Skill. Let's see. Steals item and damages 1 chump, level 1. Alright. Yeah, hit the guard. Sorcerer. Yeah, I might as well just use skills. Guard as well. Stole 3 gems. Guessing that's gonna be the money in this game. Beam of Arcane Energy. Yay! Victory! You gained 5 gems. So, yeah. Stealing is definitely worth it. The door is sealed and won't open. From the other side, you hear the sounds of loud snoring. The door is sealed and won't open. From the other side, you hear a series of unintelligible screams. The door is sealed and won't open. You get the sickening feeling of some inhuman intelligence trying to probe your mind. Everyone just want me to investigate. The door is sealed and won't open. You feel an overwhelming presence from the other side of the door, so powerful that you start to get a headache. The door is sealed and won't open. You hear some kind of strange barking from the other side. Whatever it is on the other side of this door, you're reasonably sure it's not human. The door is sealed and won't open. No sounds come from inside. The door is sealed. Nope, no sounds from that one either. This is going to be an interesting game, I feel like. Chest. Inside the chest is a veritable armory. However, the quality is dubious at best. You get the impression they were either being sent for repairs or to get scrapped. You find a worthless iron staff, shameful iron axe, a worn iron dagger, a junky longsword, a dented iron mace, a shoddy greatsword, a rusty iron chain, makeshift warhammer, poorly made guitar, an assortment of old rags to drape yourself in. You should make sure to equip equip your characters with some basic gear. Alright. M to go to the menu. Equipment. Alright. Yep. Rags. No accessories or runes for this guy. Goblin. Worn iron dagger. Rags. Oh, that's interesting. When you get an oh, I have 2 of them, that's why. Arms and armory. Yeah. Junky longsword, dented iron mace. Skills, sorcerer. Skills, goblin. Status. Nothing too interesting there. Save the game. Gonna... Alright, that's... Small chest is locked. Thievery. The goblin confidently strides up to the locked chest and begins to work on the lock. A moment later, the goblin meekly backs away, hangs his head in shame. It appears the lock is the victor. Examine. Decent craftsmanship, but the lock looks a little plain. Use item. You don't have anything to work here. Open. Don't open due to the lock. Leave it alone. Alright, so it looks like the goblin can lockpick some of them. What might this ring like this be used for? No idea. Some kind of switch, maybe? No idea. Torch holder, maybe? That's a lot of darkness there. Is there a sprint in this game? Doesn't look like it. Search. We found plain key. No. Search. Cabinet has... Inside the cabinet is a book titled The Peaceful Path, Learning to Put Your Banditry Behind You. Will you take it? Yeah. You decide to steal the book about learning not to steal. Yes, exactly. You found 1 broom. You found 1 mop. Okay, so that's what items look like. You notice that bed is particularly tiny. Examine. The bed itself has been made so tightly you could bounce a button on it. However, underneath the bed you find a small dusty box. Inside is a small wooden idol, carved to resemble a rotund female goblin. Goblin you're traveling with tells you that these types of idols are usually carried by shaman. Take the idol. You never know when it might come in handy. Open. With great trepidation, you open the covers back to reveal nothing except for the smell that reminds you of freshly cut grass. It's pleasant. Thievery. Goblin looks at you and shrugs. Leave it alone. You've decided you've had enough of diminutive furniture for the day. I wonder if that broom, mop, and whatever is, equipment. So we have this menu. Items. Usable. Lesser healing potion. Valuable items. Alright, so that's, yeah, just sellable chunk. Alright, interesting. Alright, oh yeah, use the key. Use item. Plain key. You unlock the chest with the plain key. The click sound makes it quite satisfying. The lock is now open. You found 4 restoration crystals. Restoration crystals are very important. Items in hard and 1980s difficulty aside, from very few high-level skills, restoration crystals are the only way to revive dead characters. They restore HP as well as resurrect the dead, so you should always make sure you have a couple on hand. Alright. So it looks like I was wise to not choose the hard difficulty, because limited items do revive. A pair of guards are standing around murmuring. As soon as you enter, they turn to face you. The shocked look on their faces is absolutely priceless. However quickly they regain their composure and rush to attack. Other than HP and energy, there is another thing you need to keep track of in combat. Defense is a character's defense. It's subtracted from any damage inflicted. For example, if a guard attacks you for 10 damage and you have 4 defense, 10 minus 4, so 6 damage is taken. So defense is a flat absorption. It goes down with each hit, but is restored after battle. Oh, alright, that's an interesting system. Taking a lot of hits, even if they don't do much damage, will drain your defense. If an attack causes 0 damage, it is because the target's defense is higher than the damage caused. It can increase through armor and certain skills. More information about skills are added to the menu. Fight! Goblin. Cheap shot. Skills. Magic. Darday. Cheap shot. Stole 3 gems. Poor goblin. Oof. Poor goblin's defense is gone. Goblin got... Oh. Stealth. And then I'm gonna defend. I'm gonna try to steal from every enemy. Yay! And I do a basic attack just to soften him. No, goblin. Cheap shot. No, that wasn't enough to kill him. Ouch, my poor HP. Yay, death. Get the feeling health is gonna be. Go to the next level. Okay, so that's interesting. So this is gonna be level based. Is there gonna be a way to restore health? I suppose I do have that health potion. You've cleared block 1, level 1. Okay, so you can feel some of your power returning. You may summon one of your former thralls to aid you in your escape. Choose wisely. They will function as your party for the rest of your adventures here. Alright. It becomes the question. I kind of certainly want a healer. That is the question. Yeah, it looks like I can't get the goblin again, so they just want you to create a party of 4. Well, 3 other characters throughout the game, I believe. I'm going to guess. This is definitely an interesting looking game. Alright. I'm going to absolutely certainly want some kind of healer. Should I go for just the most powerful healing possible? Both powerful healing building as well as assortment of dark curses. Should I go... Should I go to cultist? Yeah, defensive available healers in the game. Alright, yeah, I'm gonna go cultist. Don't forget equip your new ally. Yes, of course. Summon. Oh, you'll slowly get all of them. Interesting. Oh, and it looks like they level up even when they're not the ones out. Dungeon Mace. Rags. Oh, did I just have 4 sets of rags? Alright. Skills, cultist. Quick heal and heal. Looks like my stats got restored by passing through a level anyway. You come across a hunched over old goblin sweeping the hallway. As you approach, it turns around and his eyes slowly widen until they're the size of saucers. He looks around to make sure no one is around and quickly hobbles up to you. What are you doing here? How did you get out of your cell? A very strange mouse helped me. He squints at you. A mouse? He thinks for a moment, before suddenly letting out a gasp. Spirits of the book. The who of the what? After a furtive glance over his shoulder, he leans in closer. Right now, you are in a magical artifact of great power. The Librum Claustrum. A book that really isn't a book at all. It's more like an extra-dimensional space. It's used by heroes under orders of the king to imprison evil and maintain peace in the realm. Evil such as you and I. When someone or something is put here, they are supposed to go into a deep sleep for all eternity, dreaming the dreams of madmen. But, as we know, that isn't always the case. Sometimes the spells designed to sap our power don't work. Although at times the spirit of the book has been known to interfere, so the mouse is the spirit of the book itself. Either way, the results are usually the same. An enemy escapes and the guards hunt them down. They relish the excitement. What exactly is the spirit of the book? I don't really know. No one does. But I think she's an inmate who escaped, like you. What are the gems everyone's carrying around? Those gems have a very special property. If you look into one and concentrate, you briefly see the outside world through someone else's eyes. For the people in here, it offers a brief but intoxicating bit of escapism. Most people here actually use them as a currency. After you've been around here for so long, being able to see the real world, even briefly, is more valuable than any sword or diamond. Should I look into a gem? Yeah. You look into a gem and concentrate. You feel yourself slowly being drawn in until everything goes dark. There's a flash of light and suddenly you're standing at a bathroom sink. You look into the mirror and see a middle-aged man staring back at you. Placing your hand on your rather round gut, you let out a deep sigh. You used to be skinny. You think to yourself in a voice you've never heard before. Suddenly there's another flash of light and you're back in the library with the goblin. He gives you a knowing look and nods. The gem in your hand crumbles to dust. That's interesting. What do you do here? I mostly clean up after the guards. They let me stay out because I repented my evil ways, and it makes the laundry smell like freshly cut grass. But believe me, if I could burn this whole place down to the ground. Is there anything I can do to avoid the guards? You're lucky you met me. I so happen to know. He sees the wooden idol you're carrying. Hey, that's mine. Where'd you get it? Found it while reads. Sack in someone's room. That was my room. Every chance I get. You scoundrel, he grins. You remind me of myself when I was younger. On the bottom is a hidden latch, inside is something I was saving. But you could probably use it more than me. Inside the idol, you find a scroll of the owl. As I was saying, there's a safe place. He turns around and abruptly the sound of two men talking in the room down the hall. There isn't much time. He adds your red feather. There's a safe place where others like you are hiding. If you continue through the cell block, you'll eventually come across a dark pit. Jump into it. The feather will ensure you wind up at the sanctuary. Good luck. Oh yeah, watch out for the knight. He's in charge of this block. Before you can ask any more questions, he turns around and hurries down the stairs behind you. When exploring, most enemies will be displayed as floating clouds of shadow. Getting Near the shadow will start a battle, but also be aware that certain sneaky foes won't be visible ahead of time, so be prepared. Oh, so like that. That's a cool effect. Fight. I have a party to raise up. Cheap shot. Yeah, most threatening looking weapon. I'll just go for him. Skill. Black Bolt. Squire. Cultist. Skill. Oh. Oh. Stole 3 gems. Black Bolts. Yay. I get the feeling like the magic is going to be pretty powerful. Goblin, you attack, guard 1. Cultist, you're going to... heal the goblin. Sorcerer, you're going to attack the other guard. Soften them all up. Now, 30 HP for the heal. Alright, that'll be interesting to know. Guard 1. Cultist. So, quick heal. How much do you heal? Guess I'll test on Goblin. Sorcerer. Defend. Three HP? Okay, so... oh, that's a significant order of magnitude difference. Alright. Heal this Sorcerer. Sorcerer, you can... we're going to, Black Bolt. Guard 1. Goblin. You're gonna stealth again. I love how not one of them hit the cultist yet. Skill, cheap shot, blast guard. Alright, I've noticed that it gives me the turns in which order they will attack. 3 gems. I get the feeling money's going to be a little important, so I'm gonna focus on using that steal. Sorcerer's reached level 2. You've gained the new skill Focus. Increases magic for 1 turn and generates energy level 1. And some basic stat increases. Bag of goodies. Found gems. Found cotton cloth. Found lesser healing potion. Found 1 toy drum. Sack of dirt. Feels like there's something in this corner. But I didn't get the option to investigate. I love the harsh shadows. Oh, another guard right there. Right into it. Get the feeling this will be an interesting game. Oh shoot, so things don't recharge between combat. Scout 1, you're going to take that hit. Scout 2, you're going to take that hit. Cultist, you're going to heal the Sorcerer. Oh, that was a decent amount of damage in that hit. Goblin, cheap shot. Scout 1, Sorcerer skill. 2 energy, which means I'd be able to regenerate 3 energy in a turn. Defend. Cool. Actually... I love how I could just use heal continuously. So... I guess heal yourself, because you're the one taking all the hits. Evade. Stole 7 gems. Skill. Cultist. Focus. Skill. Black Bolt. Scout A. So status effects are listed on the right side of the character profile. Yay, death. Goblin. Sheep shot. Scout. Cultist. I guess just keep focusing on just keeping the party topped up. Skill, Black Bolt. No, I'll just use a regular attack. Yay, 7 gems. I suppose I could always heal out of combat. Lots of melee. Death. Found leather cape. Basic wind rune. You've gained the skill Trick Attack. Attack that stuns an enemy. Oh, that'll be handy. Oh, that would make the goblin more immediately useful for the party. In the turn order. Alright. I'm gonna keep me upgraded first. Basic wind rune. Actually, that'll be more useful on the goblin if they can. Equip. Goblin. Yeah, wind rune, more useful on you. Escape just takes me all the way up. Nothing back. Nothing there. Or an iron dagger. Oh. And upgrade that to an iron dagger. Which is a significant buff. Heck. Equipment. Cultist. Got anything interesting on for you? No. You also got a wind rune. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, alright. Those two matter the most. Ooh, dark corners. 66 gems. Tobacco. Tobacco. You find a sack with a crumpled piece of paper that reads, "From now on, keep your stuff in the side on your side of the room." You found a lesser healing potion. 48 gems. This will definitely be an interesting game. Is this the hole? Go to the next level. Search this place pretty thoroughly. Yeah. Yep. Gotta walk back towards it. Yep. You've cleared block 1, level 2. I think I'm gonna call it there for this first episode of this one. So, I guess we'll save it. This is definitely going to be an interesting game. Thank you very much for joining me in this adventure. Make sure to take good care of yourselves, and if you feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and see you when I see ya. Have a good evening, my good snacks. Bye.